Hey, good morning, guys. Steve Caff, JUF. Hope everyone's doing okay out there today. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Today, I wanted to show you another part of the SKCC program that I'm getting familiar with, and that is the SKCC Logger. The SKCC Logger is a program that allows you to log and submit logs for different SKCC contests and so forth, sprintathons and SKSs and WESs and so forth, some of the various activities that you can do. So what you want to do is once you become a member of SKCC, you'll also need to join another group here called the IO groups. So if you'll click right here where it says SKC on groups IO. And what you want to do here is right here where it says if you are an SKCC member, what you will do is you can click on that, and if depending on how your computer is configured, if you have Outlook or something running, you can actually this will take you right to the Outlook program. I have Yahoo, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right click and I'm going to do copy email address, and then I'm going to go to Yahoo. And what you would do then is from Yahoo, you would just basically just simply paste it here and just put requests to join. Of course, you'll need your call sign, um, your SKCC number, and full name. And that's what they're looking for. And what they'll do is they'll send you a confirmation back. Then what you'll have to do is we'll go ahead and close this out. We're not going to send that. From the SKCC page, we're going to go from here. Now, what will happen is it may ask you to join up, but the link they have will take you to this page here. So what I have is I actually have two groups here. One is the Century Club, and then I have the users group for the logger. So there's kind of two different things going on here. This is the one for the what they call the SKCC. This one here is pretty much for general information about the entire club. The other one that I have here is specifically for the loggers, if you're looking to get logger information, particularly where to download the program and so forth. So what you have to do is from the logger page is you have to go over here to files, and you'll click on current release, and you'll select download, and what will happen is this will download this into either your download folder or wherever you have it configured. So let's go ahead and download it here. And I've already downloaded it previously. I saved it into a specific folder called SKCC information, SKCC Logger. I've previously downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again, but that's what you would do. Then what you would do is you would go to your SKCC Logger page. And I'm going to do something different on mine. I'm not actually going to connect to the radio because I still want to use FLDigi and FLRig to control my radio, but I still want to do the logging on the SKCC stuff. So I'm going to go here to CW Research, right here. CW Research right here, SKCC, and here we go right here. Now I'm going to double click on the program, and I'm going to click next. And there it is, it's installing it right there. So there it is right there, and I also have a desktop shortcut here. So I'm going to click finished. Now let's launch the program up. So membership records are 583 days old, update now or later. So that's the first thing it's going to do is it's going to want to update the database here. So let's go ahead and do update now. All right, checking for program updates. We'll give it a second here. You can also control your radio with this program. There's an option to control it, interact with it using your COM ports, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to strictly use the logging feature. And then that way I can simply just create the logs and still have full control with FLDigi. And there is a way that you can go in there and do some configuration, but I tried it kind of offline, and I really didn't like the interface very much. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to let FLDigi control the radio. That's what I like for that particular aspect of it, and everything else I'm going to just use this program here. Checking for updates. Let's see here, it doesn't show to be any. I think it says it may take a second. Checking for updates. Doesn't show to be any. You have entered, let's see. All right, we'll assume there's no updates. It doesn't look like it's responding here. So we'll just go ahead and bypass this for now. And we don't have a log file that we've actually created yet. We have to create one. So what I'm going to do first here is I'll create a log file. And I'm going to call this file SKCC 11/27/2025. And okay, and we'll do create log. Okay, now we have a log file. So now what we want to do here is we want to go through and we want to set up some options for programming. Now this box right here will pop up. Now you can go in there and pre-program these. Like you could always put 599, I guess, if you wanted to here. Transmit power. My transmit power is usually 100 watts. Call sign here is KI5JUF. KI5JUF. Whoops, grid square. Grid square is down here. And then operator call sign will be KI5JUF also. Copy SKCC number to comment, yes. Refill log list after resize. Remember Windows positions, yes. Enable non-CW logging modes. Say, for example, if you wanted to log voice and so forth, you could, SSB, recent logs. We'll change that to 10. Membership file age reminder, maximum wait, download 60 seconds. You can pick your system font here, log font size. General logging or sprint logging, not sure. I think that's for, they have certain things for what they call a sprint, but we'll leave it for general logging for now. SKC, city, state, country, DX, I don't really need that one. That one, grid square would be cool. My power, his power, key type. That'd be kind of cool. So update membership data. Now what that's doing there is I think that is start download. Okay, 3,000 records. That's pretty cool. So that all looks good. Now, the other option you can do is you can configure your radio if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that, but you could go in here, and I did notice here, for some reason, they don't have the 9918. I don't know if that's a big deal, but I'm not going to mess with that. What you could do here is you could go in and you could set up your, let me show you something real quick here that you might find interesting. If you go to your device manager on your COM ports, your COM port that your radio uses, you have two COM ports here. One is called the enhanced COM port, which is what actually controls the radio. That's all the cat control and everything. And then you've got a standard port, which is COM port 4. Enhanced port's COM port 3. Now, I could change this to 3, and then of course the baud rate on the Yaesu is 38400. At this point, I'm not going to do anything else because I don't want to damage the radio. You could play around here. I don't know what these settings are, but I don't really like this interface to the radio because it really doesn't give me a lot of control. Matter of fact, the only control it gives you is pretty much just moving the VFO. And if you have this program connected to your radio, guess what? That serial port's in use, so you can't use FLDigi or FLRig like I like to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to turn on the radio. And I'm going to launch my FLRig, and I'm going to launch FLDigi. And that's going to actually do my cat control. So basically, if I'm running SKCC, I've got the logger here, and I can do everything I want to with this little guy right here, and then I've got full control of the VFO power and everything using FLDigi, which is what I like. So let's practice doing one here just real quick and see. Let me look at my logbook here and see if I got an SKCC number we can pull up real quick. Let's see here, stand by. Okay, I've got a couple of numbers here I'm going to look up. So let's do this. Let's start logging. And we're going to use PC time. Click now. Frequency, let me dial in the frequency over here on, let's dial in 20 meter real quick. Okay, there we go. And let's just dial in a frequency of 14050. Okay, that looks good. 20 meters, call sign. I've got a call sign here, KQ4MHE. And there it is right there. See how it populated all that right there? So you click check and that's all the information here. North Carolina, grid square, transmit power, receive power, key, straight key. I think this is all his information here. And his name is Mike. And let's go ahead and see what else we got down here. That all looks good. I think if I click log it, that's going to clear it. And it did. Now there's my log right there with Mike. So if I have another one, let me look up a different one here. K9FW. And let's click check again. And there's another SKCC call 9204. So beauty of this is looking pretty good in time. So like say if I finish the QSO at 15:15 Zulu, which is exactly what it is, I think I can also put here, a special note here if I wanted to, Vibroflex, and I could hit log it. And there it is right there. So there's my log right there. It's starting to create the log. And let's see if I got one more number here real quick we can pick out. Yeah, so you kind of get the idea. So basically now what we can do is we can go in and let's try a couple of things here. Save log. You can print the log. I did this earlier, print log. Let's print it to a PDF. And it'll give you the log. And you can submit, there's a lot of things you can do with these logs, but the beauty of this is, at least at this point now, you can start logging your SKCC contacts, because if I don't have an SKCC contact, I'm going to log it under here, under FLDigi, which will link that to QRZ. But if I'm strictly running SKCC, I'm going to use this program down here. All right, so let's try one other thing here real quick. Update membership program options. Let's see if it has a section where you can put your key type down here. Transmit power 100 watts, refill, auto log, resize, enable non-logging, key type. There should be a place to put it here. RST transmit power, save. Don't see it. Options. Doesn't have anything where you can put your key type. I thought it might actually have something there. Stand by. Okay, all right. So let me go back. I'll just kind of restart here real quick. I'm going to shut everything down. And what I'm going to do next is, so basically now I've got 3 programs here I can use. I've got FLRig, which gives me my rig control. I've got FLDigi, which kind of gives me control of the waterfall and so forth. And I've got SKCC Logger. So I'm going to go ahead and launch rig. And that'll get me rig control. FLDigi will give me control over the waterfall. And of course, SKCC logging. So there's a lot of things you can do with this SKCC logging and so forth. There's a lot of good information going back over to where you have the information as far as the logging goes. Let's see, policy. Oops, that's the actual page right there. All right, I'll get FLDigi going again. So this is pretty good deal here. You can actually do these, you can create these logs and so forth, and you can send them in. There's a lot of good information as far as where to send them to and so forth. If you go over here to where it says the SKCC Logger right here, schedule page, that's the groups, SKC. Yeah, they got a lot of good information here that you can go through. If you go down here to Logger, it talks about what to do with the logs. You can how to download the software and where to put the logs and so forth. So there's a lot of good resources here. And the last program I'm going to run, now I've got rig control here, and I'm going to open the SKCC Logger, and my current log that I'm currently working is this log right here, right there, that guy right there, dated Thanksgiving. And again, that's how it works. So you can go through and basically log these, and what you can do is you can submit the logs and go back and let me see if I can find one more call sign here. Let's try this guy here. Start logging, and the frequency is 14050. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. 14050. And the call sign I've got KC5 Zebra Echo Juliet. Do check, and there he is right there. There's his call sign right there. And again, receive power. If he tells me what kind of key he's got, usually it'll be a straight key. Doesn't have his grid square, but that's his DX code. All that right there. And I'm going to click, when I click end, this will end it. This will actually end it. That's when the QSO ended, and I'm going to click log it. And that's how you do it. So now you can build up SKCC log files, but at the same time, I do not use the option to configure your radio. So I'm doing it a little differently because I don't think this program really is very useful. I'd rather have FLDigi and FLRig run it. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video. Anyway, trying to get some tools out there to help folks with CW. There's another video I have that talks about how to use the SKCC, what they call the SKED page, which gives you a lot of interaction and so forth. Basically, what the SKED page looks like is it's a real-time user interface, and I find it pretty useful. It's right here, and when you see it, this is basically, I've did another video on this one here, but this kind of talks you through a little bit about, this is real-time board here. You can go post information and so forth. So anyway, hope this helps you with your CW stuff. I'm just trying to get new things I'm learning, because there's a lot of things I didn't know I'm learning every day. But anyway, hope this helps. Enjoy the video. 73.